They said it was science fiction, a myth, a crazy conspiracy theory, but not anymore. The US Air Force has finally confirmed what many thought was impossible: the existence of the X-44 Manta, a highly classified aircraft that may not only fly without traditional propulsion, but could also defy gravity itself. What we're about to reveal isn't just a game changer, it's a complete rewrite of everything we know about flight. So how real is the X-44 Anti-Gravit Manta? How does it work? And what does this mean for the future of military aviation? Buckle up, this is not your typical stealth jet. The secret origins of the X-44. The roots of the X-44 Manta project trace back to Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works, a division known for designing the most advanced aircraft in US history. Think SR-71 Blackbird, F-117 Nighthawk, and the F-22 Raptor. These weren't just planes, they were engineering miracles. First conceptualized in the late 990s and early 2000s, the X-44 was meant to push boundaries even further. Unlike the F-22, which used traditional tail fins and rudders for control, the X-44 featured a tailless delta wing design. It was built to maneuver using only thrust vectoring, redirecting engine thrust to steer the aircraft without moving control surfaces. At the time, the public saw this as just an advanced stealth jet, but inside classified circles, rumors were swirling. Engineers and insiders whispered about exotic propulsion systems, unusual materials, and flight characteristics that didn't fit conventional aerodynamics. Could this be the US military's first step into anti-gravity technology? What makes the X-44 Manta so different? On the outside, the X-44 Manta looks sleek and aggressive. No vertical stabilizers, no visible control surfaces, and a sharp triangular shape designed to reflect radar away. But what really sets it apart is what we don't see. Sources suggest the Manta was a testbed for non-conventional propulsion, possibly involving electromagnetic or field-based lift systems. This means it might not rely on jet engines alone, but instead use gravitational manipulation to reduce drag, inertia, and even mass. Sound like science fiction? Consider this. The US Department of Defense has publicly funded patents for technology involving craft using an inertial mass reduction device and high-frequency gravitational wave generators. Documents that mention the ability to move through air, water, and space without traditional thrust. These aren't random theories, they're government filings. The anti-gravity claims. One of the most controversial yet exciting aspects of the X-44 Manta is its rumored anti-gravity propulsion. This is where things get wild. Leaked documents and whistleblowers claim that Lockheed Martin tested exotic systems that distort or manipulate gravity using energy fields. If true, this would eliminate the need for wings, lift, or combustion-based engines. The aircraft could hover silently, make 90-degree turns at high speeds, and achieve extreme acceleration without putting stress on the pilot. It would also explain the Manta's tailless design. No need for stabilization when gravity itself is under control. While no official confirmation exists for anti-gravity tech, the fact that the Air Force has now acknowledged the X-44's existence adds serious weight to these claims. It also raises the question, how far ahead is military aviation compared to what the public sees? Advanced stealth like never before. When it comes to stealth, the X-44 Manta isn't just advanced, it's revolutionary. Its sleek, tailless design eliminates traditional vertical stabilizers and other radar-reflective surfaces, allowing it to slice through the skies like a shadow. The entire airframe is sculpted for low observability, with smooth, continuous curves that deflect radar waves instead of bouncing them back. And unlike older aircraft that hang missiles and bombs on external pylons, the X-44 hides its weapons internally, keeping its radar cross-section razor-thin. Even heat signature suppression is part of its DNA. Its specially treated surfaces and internal engine layout help reduce infrared visibility. But what truly separates the Manta from every stealth jet before it is how it flies. Traditional jets use moving surfaces, flaps, rudders, elevators, to maneuver. But the X-44 ditches all of that. Instead, it uses thrust vectoring, precisely redirecting engine output to steer the aircraft with no external movement. This means nothing sticks out, nothing moves and nothing reflects radar. The result? A fighter that moves like a ghost in the sky, unpredictable in every dogfight and nearly impossible to lock onto. And because it relies on software-controlled propulsion rather than mechanical parts, it's not just stealthy, it's shockingly agile. All this gives the X-44 Manta a devastating advantage. It can silently enter hostile airspace, execute precision strikes, and vanish long before enemy radar even knows something was there. It's not just low observable, it's borderline invisible. Some experts even suggest it could outperform every stealth platform currently in service. If the X-44 truly becomes operational, it won't just change the rules of aerial warfare, it will rewrite the entire playbook. What we know so far, in recent months, several events have hinted at the X-44's reality. The Air Force released a series of declassified documents referencing an experimental tailless aircraft tested at Groom Lake, better known as Area 51. Satellite imagery shows hangars with unusual heat signatures and aircraft silhouettes that don't match any known models. Additionally, statements from Pentagon officials and aerospace engineers have fueled speculation. Some have called the X-44 a bridge to 6th generation technology, while others suggest it may already be operational in limited capacity. Whether it's a prototype or a fully functional platform, one thing is now clear. The X-44 isn't fiction anymore. It's real, and it could reshape everything from reconnaissance to air superiority missions. Implications for the future of warfare. If the rumors are true, and the X-44 Manta does incorporate anti-gravity or field-based propulsion systems, we could be witnessing the dawn of a completely new class of warfare. We're talking about aircraft that don't need runways, can launch vertically, hover silently in place, and disappear from every radar and infrared system in existence. These platforms wouldn't just outfly modern jets, they'd outthink them, operating at speeds and altitudes once reserved for science fiction. This changes everything from mission planning to global strategy. The ripple effect could extend far beyond Earth's atmosphere. If the X-44 is even partially space-capable, it could revolutionize how satellites are deployed, how space-based weapons are positioned, and how quickly military assets can be moved across the globe, or even into orbit. That makes it a potential game-changer not just for the Air Force, but also for the rapidly expanding U.S. Space Force. Hypersonic strike capability, orbital surveillance, and real-time global response could become standard tools of modern defense. But with this leap forward comes serious global consequences. Other nations will scramble to close the gap, potentially igniting a new kind of arms race centered on exotic propulsion, stealth dominance, and near-space supremacy. And there's another layer too: public perception. What happens when technology that once looked like alien craft is now confirmed to be human-built and military-operated? The boundaries between science fiction and battlefield reality are blurring fast, and the world may not be ready for what's next. The X-44 Manta may have started as whispers and sketches buried in black-budget programs, but today it's standing on the edge of being the most revolutionary aircraft in human history. With its tailless design, unmatched stealth, and rumored propulsion systems, it challenges everything we thought we knew about flight. Whether it truly defies gravity or not, the message is loud and clear. The US Air Force is preparing for a future we can barely imagine, and the X-44 is leading the charge into that future. So, what do you think? Has the age of anti-gravity aircraft already begun? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most secretive military tech. Stay tuned, there's more to come.